Squid Game Season 2 is here with a whopping 7 episodes.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
And I watched all of them. Here's my honest opinion. I'm Mr. Roger Review. Welcome to my neighborhood. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know when I post. I wasn't blown away with Season 2 as a whole, but there were some moments where I was like, holy shit, that was pretty stressful. But sadly, there wasn't enough oh shit moments to live up to the hype that Season 1 accumulated over the past few years. I mean, we only got 7 episodes. Like, what are we supposed to do with that? That is not enough time to get emotionally attached to new characters after losing our favorite beloved characters 3 years ago. Yes, I'm still hurt.
This ain't enough. Make it enough. Damn.
And I swear these Netflix originals are getting shorter and shorter. I feel like Wednesday and Stranger Things are going to premiere with 5 episodes and they be like, hey, wait till next month for the next 5 episodes. Like, come on now, like, let me binge watch the entire series. Sidebar, I heard that Netflix are allegedly telling screenwriters to make characters announce what they're doing for people to be able to hear it in the background while they do other things. No, don't do this. Please don't. Even if you set up different categories to where casually viewing and viewing if you're doing something else, that is extremely dumb. Are you that afraid to invest in money? That's the reason why Chaos got canceled after a month of being out. Like, come on now. You know your audience. We watch things at our own time. You drop the entire series. We watch it from a week-to-week basis, or we watch it in the entire day. Just write better. Just get better writers. I don't understand this.
Mr. Madison, what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, a simple wrong would have done just fine, but
Okay, sorry. Back to the review. I had to get that off my chest. So with Season 2 already being cut 2 episodes, the writers decide to have the first 2 episodes be a build-up of Ji-hun getting into the games. What?
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
Yes, episode 3 is when the game starts. So that is introducing new characters, getting you mentally prepared for the games, and setting up whatever type of emotional damage that they think they can throw at you within 5 episodes. But that also includes episode 3 because it's right at the beginning. And there are a lot of plot lines thrown at you within these next couple of episodes. You have a famous YouTuber who's in debt because he promoted a crypto coin that straight up tanked. That sounds pretty familiar. But unlike our YouTubers, he don't have the luxury of just promoting something else to distract his fans because a couple of his victims are in the games with him. Then you have a young lady who decides to join the game because she's in crippling debt and she's pregnant. And they keep on saying she's about due, but she doesn't look 9 months, but she's about due. Who is just so happen to be the girlfriend of the famous YouTuber. Duh, duh, duh. One of the victims of the YouTuber is a famous rapper who's in debt because of the YouTuber and other things, maybe drug addiction. The man was popping pills like he was Charlie Sheen going to a house party. You got the man who finds out that his mom is also in the game because they're both in serious debt. The mom after her husband left and the son just being like his dad. You have the transgender woman who lost everything and got into crippling debt after deciding to live their truth.
Be who you are for your pride.
There's Ji-hun's best friend who decided to play the game after losing his wife and his kid and everything, and he's in debt. He went from having it all to having nothing. There's the is he a Marine or he isn't a Marine conversation. The front man decides to get on that action. It's just a lot of stuff going on, a lot of moving pieces, and you have so little time to where none of those stories are really flushed out, and you have other characters who have motivations and dreams, but we know nothing about them. We have no emotional attachment. Not to mention the biggest character of them all, the games themselves. I and so many people were wondering if they were gonna do the same lineup of games or they're gonna add some new variety of games, and how many are we going to get? To put it frank, not that many. Not that many at all. It's damn near impossible to talk about season 2 without bringing up season 1. Season 1 is the blueprint. Season 1 is the starter. Season 1 is the reason why we're hyped about season 2. So when we're reviewing season 2, we got to go back to season 1. And season 1 does it so much better than season 2. I hope you understand. In the first season, they gave us a lot of backstory of the players, even flashbacks for the ones that we didn't follow leading up to the games. When Ali realized he only had a bag of rocks, that shit was devastating. Only thing I can say was, not like this, not like this.
Not like this. Not like this.
When it was revealed that Say actually caught a glass shard on her side from the previous game and she wouldn't be able to carry on and she ended up passing away, that shit hurt because we were emotionally tied to her story, and she's just a phenomenal actress for one, but still her story of trying to get her parents back and reunite her family was just, it felt bigger than paying off debts. I'm guessing season 2 is trying to have the same storyline with the pregnant teenager of her getting out and making it for her unborn child.
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
But it just doesn't hit the same because it's undershadowed by the YouTubers present. It's overshadowed by Ji-hun trying to just straight up stop the game. So circling back to the games itself, the first game is red light, green light. And Ji-hun does his best to walk everybody through it, saying that he's been here before. He knows how these games are played. But the next game is different, and now he's thrown for a loop, and this creates a lot of tension because now he's facing the unknown. But they immediately throw away all that tension by having a straight up montage and straight up hoorahs and cheerfuls, and even though people are getting shot, it just doesn't hit the same.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
But I did like the new rule they implemented into the game. Now the players have a chance to vote after each game, and if they vote to go home, they split the pot equally amongst the remaining players. These two new additions to the game is a mental fuck. That's all it is. It's a mental fuck, which brings back that psychological exhaustion that season 1 did very well. And I think this was one of the saving graces of this season. Without that rule change, this just would have been a play-by-play rehash of season 1 with the addition of Ji-hun trying to burn it down to the ground. Another saving grace about this season is it's going to be continued. We just don't know how and what direction they're going to go with it. Will the games continue? Will it be delayed? Will they send everybody home? Is Jun-ho going to get there? Is Ji-hun going to be made an example of? Will Ji-hun become the very thing he hates? By the way he acted in that last episode, I'm going to say he will. Hell, this might even lead up to him becoming the new frontman. With him being the new frontman, he can probably implement some changes that will serve for the greater good and be less inhumane. Or he see the bigger picture and notice that what he did in the last episode is the same exact thing that the games are doing. A sacrifice of little people for the greater good. Who knows? But I'm ready to see what happens. Honestly, season 2 cannot hold a candle up to season 1. It just doesn't have the amount of episodes needed for the characters to be fleshed out and that emotional impact to hit heavy. But as a standalone season, the story is good enough to have me invested and ready for a season 3. I'm not gonna be as hype as I was as season 2, but I am ready to see how this story concludes. Hell, I'm already 20 hours into it, so I might as well be. Make sure to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you know the next time I post. If you don't want to subscribe, it's all good. Just next time you're in my neighborhood, hit that like button. Peace.